This is the story of someone who likes trying way too many different things. But it's also the story of him trying to get kind of okay at them. Welcome to A la Plancha. Hello and good afternoon. Welcome back to A la Potassium. Have you ever found yourself with a really cool progression in mind? Like you came up with like these really cool chords with these sick melodies, but you can't seem to like marry it to like a verse or some other part of the song. Like you just have like the one progression and it's a cool progression, but it's like where's the rest of the song? I keep all of my songs in my hats, which is why I always have to wear a hat. And so I found myself this week with a really cool progression and no idea how to progress it. So I decided, all right, well, let's get back to like the core of it. And then once I figure out what the song is about, then I think I can figure out, okay, what the H-bomb am I gonna like put in the rest of the song. A thing that I always find myself doing is making songs about special occasions. I've written songs about birthdays, Valentine's Day. I tried to write a Christmas song once, but I didn't want to like, poison the atmosphere like that. Hello, quick intermission. I just wanted to tell you while I was looking for pictures for this joke I was trying to find a picture from the movie Saw, and the only place I found that I clicked without thinking was the Wiki Feet for Men page. They had a high quality screenshot of this, I was going to say for not obvious reasons, but for obvious reasons. They have a high quality screenshot of this freaking scene from Saw. And no one else has. So yeah, that's in my search history now. So I think writing songs about holidays or for a certain someone, birthdays, it's always a lot of fun because it sort of takes the stress off of you having to come up with like a topic for a song. You can specifically think about what a holiday means to you, because it obviously will mean something completely different to you. Like let's say Christmas or something like that will mean something completely different to you than it does to me. And I sat down and I was like, well, it's the middle of March, so there's no real holidays except for good old St. Patricio's Day. Hence why you saw me wearing green. Hence why we're trying to be surrounded by all this green. And so I sat there in my bed late at night watching YouTube videos, always narrated by like the same guy. St. Patrick was of Romano-British descent and sent to convert the pagan Irish to Christianity. You know the type, is really nasally. If you know, you know. My attention span slowly started to realize that, man, I do not really care about St. Patrick's Day. I think the Irish are cool. I'd love to visit Ireland one day. Nothing about the story about St. Patrick really grabbed my attention. But what did sort of grab my attention was the idea of like legends and myths. Because that's what it's all about. You hear a legend about someone and it's sort of based on reality, but overall, man, it's just embellished to all heck. Did you know that St. Patrick was responsible for driving out all of the snakes from the Emerald Isles? Even though historically there were no snakes in Ireland. So, and just like these little tiny things that kind of blew my mind, like the idea that a shamrock is sort of very true to its name, because they're not scientifically a real plant. Most scientists sort of argue that it's a type of clover, and even to this day, believe it or not, they're still sort of bickering at each other over what a shamrock really is. And I think sitting down, I realized that I was like, oh, you know what? I do not want to write a song about St. Patrick's Day, but I still got to make a song. Just like these accounts throughout history where things get exaggerated or maybe lost. Like the legend of St. Patrick is a very cool concept. Even though I don't really care too much for the actual holiday itself, but I'm wearing green, so don't pinch me. I think the idea of like having this figure who's so grand that once he passed, because St. Patrick wasn't like, a rock star while he was alive. A lot of these sort of legends and even like the cause like to celebrate, because they're not sure exactly when St. Patrick died. They have like a rough estimate, which is why we do it in March. But all that stuff didn't happen until after he died. And so I like the idea of having like this legendary big figure where it's like you don't really know what's truth or what's fiction. Obviously we live in big boy world, so we can sort of tell what's truth and what's fiction, you know. And it sort of fits. I feel like the progression I came up with this week has a sort of mysterious feel to it. It won't be about St. Patrick's Day specifically, but I do want to embody like that energy of like, you know, the idea of a legend, the idea of like partying, maybe even alcohol, because, you know, everyone just uses St. Patrick's Day as an excuse to drink. This is why I'm shrugging. So if I wink, it's a little too on the nose, so I won't wink. Just that one wink. You got that one wink. Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. I'm just here busy climbing the ladder of success. You know how it goes. Anyways, it's been pretty rainy at home, as you can see. Definitely dressed for the weather here. But right now we're looking at a little bit of a break from the rain, so just decided to walk outside and film in the sunlight, sort of, because I'm in the garage. Anyways, the idea of this week is that we're trying to sort of marry like these two ideas that I had together. One idea that I had was this more like oldie reggae type of track, which I like a lot. It's a lot of fun to sing to. And then this other idea was this more like psychedelic, sort of still slow, but more like the tempo. This is me increasing the tempo. Like the speed of the tempo will start to go up in the song. So it's like this moment of like the more tranquil part of the song, and then it speeds up into like this bouncier, different type of section. Music is all about tension and then release, and I like playing with tempo changes in songs. I've done it before. So now the idea is that we have to kind of like link up these two ideas and sort of smoothly transition them. Hey buddy, I don't really know how smooth it's gonna go because we only have a week to do these songs and my throat is gonna go out. It's dry outside. Where like the slower reggae-ish part is like more like classic upbeat type of energy, and then the faster, more psychedelic-y type of part is sort of like supposed to call into question like, oh, like we have these parties and these legends that we base our holidays off of, but in that faster section is supposed to give you like just like a little inkling of doubt and mystery. And yeah, I thought that was a very nice way to link the two tracks together. So that's where we're at right now. We've done our demo, which is just our outline, and now we have to track all the instruments. And thankfully, after a month of doing these, I feel like I've gotten better at recording takes. All I can tell you is, kids, don't become a multi-instrumentalist, because it just means you're sort of mediocre at everything. But it's fun, so take that as you will. It's my TED Talk. Thanks for coming.
Shotgun ride, life's little delights, choose and know where I think it's all your right. The end is all alike. Made up minds, future socialite, cut your slice into any size they'd like. When you're off for the night, weekday just another weekday night. Weekday night, just another weekday night. At the light, it's a god. Is it nothing at all? When our time ticks us off, does it mind how we drove? Speeding on the ride. Do we ever die? Shotgun ride, life's little delights. Choosing nowhere, I think it's all your right. That's right. The end is all like made up minds, future socialized.